Hello everyone, this is Julie with Craft with Julie, and this is week 1 of Happy Mail. Thank you to everyone who ordered a kit. It was super fun to put them together. My daughter helped decorate the envelopes, and hopefully you have received them by now. If there's any problems, please let me know anytime so I can make sure that you're getting your Happy Mail. So today I'm going to go through the projects and show you how to put them together and some tips and tricks. These are the 3 cards that were included in your kit, and they should have they came in envelopes numbered. So this is the first one right here. So we're going to start with that one, and I'll just set these aside. So in your envelope, you should have all of the pieces that you need. So you'll have your smoothie piece that has already been embossed for you, and then you'll have some ribbon, your candle, a little piece of cake, your cake stand, and then your sentiment piece. Okay, so let me grab my embossing machine. I have a Cuttlebug. They actually don't make these anymore, so let me know what you guys have in the comments, because I will probably need to be getting something different at some point when this one wears out. So I just put my A plate on there and my B plate. Obviously this one's used for cutting a lot. And you'll need your embossing folder, and for this one I used the Celebrate, and it's a little bit different than other embossing folders. It's actually smaller, and it's made pretty much for cards. You can see that the paper fits right in there. Okay, I have to make sure, I think I'm doing it right, hopefully. Okay, and then you sandwich it between your 2 B plates, and just, I gotta hold on to it, and put it through your machine. And that will give you nice embossed cardstock. I'll take it out of there. Okay, now this is the technique. I moved everything around. This is the technique I used on this one, is sanding. So now that it's nice and bumpy, you're just going to lightly sand it. This is one of our old sanding cubes. We actually don't sell them anymore. You can take any sandpaper that you might have, even like a file that you use for your nails. And you just lightly, don't push too hard because you don't want to rip the paper. You just lightly go over it until you get that white showing through. So Close to My Heart's cardstock has that white core, and so that's how you can do it so well with Close to My Heart's cardstock, because you do have that white core that will show through when you sand. And you just get all the different elements. Okay, so once you get it to your liking, you can grab your card base and attach it straight to your card base. And I did include instructions in your kits, so hopefully that helped you put them together. And I might not be going exactly by my instructions, but I tried to do step by step. So, okay, so there's your card base. So what we're going to do with your sentiment piece is we're going to take the smoothie and we're just going to kind of do a half knot. I'm just going to pull it through there and just kind of pull it to where I want it. And then grab some glue dots, stick it on the end of your ribbon. Now this is Smoothie, I think it was Smoothie ribbon. It is retired, but it matched so well that I had to use it. It was just too good not to use. So, okay, just wrap it around just like that. And then we're going to attach it to the card. You could probably even use glue dots maybe to get this corner, because that ribbon kind of bulks that up a little bit. It's just get the corners down. Oh, now I'm sticking glue dots to me. Okay. And then add that piece to your card. See, that would be super cute just like that if you wanted to leave your card like that. Really cute. Now the stamp set, sorry, I'm going to have some little allergies today. The stamp set I used for this was actually a retired stamp of the month, but it was so dang cute I had to use it. This one is called Celebrate with Cake. So if you have this in your collection, you can pull it out and use it. So that's where I got the happy birthday and the cake and everything. So let's do this cake. I use the Tri-Blend Brown Earth. And in the center, I just use this light brown. With these Tri-Blend markers, there's 3 different colors on each marker. So you're really getting like 3 for 1 with these guys. And I love it because all the colors coordinate and you can build on each other. And they're just a really nice marker. Okay. Or you can use your colored pencils if you want a watercolor. Whatever you have on hand, you can totally use. So then I use the dark for the frosting. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a little closer for this one because it's a little bit smaller. Oops, there it goes. And if you want it to be even darker, you can go back over it twice and just add another layer of that brown to it. That's what's really great. You can just layer on layer, layer upon layer with these markers. Okay. And then we're going to do, let's color the candle. I use the pink, Pale Pink blend. And I'm trying to remember, I think I used the dark. Let's try that. Use the dark one. I was trying to kind of match the smoothie that was already on the card. And then for the flame, I used light yellow. Again, I did the dark one just to make it pop a little bit. Okay, and then you're just going to cut these out. On the candle, I went really close to the edge, just leaving a little bit of the white. And I'm using our micro tip scissors, which are amazing. If you are looking for a really nice scissor, I highly recommend them. They're really nice and sharp. And these are actually the non-stick ones. So you can cut things that are a little bit sticky and they won't stick to them. Okay, for the cake, I actually cut right up to the frosting, not leaving any of the white. I tried it with the white. I didn't like how it looked. So I cut right up to the frosting and the cake. And then when I oopsed a little bit, you can't even tell because I'll cut it off. Okay. All right. And then for the little pedestal, I tried it with the long stem and I didn't really like it, but if you like that, go ahead and cut the whole thing out. I just cut the top off. Oh, there we go. It goes flying. Just to add like a little plate that the cake is sitting on. And I cut right up to the edge on that one. Okay, so now we can add our cake. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on there for the stand or the cake plate. And then I popped up the actual cake piece with a little bit of 3D foam. This is the thin 3D foam. I like to use the thin on cards, just so it doesn't add too much bulk, especially if you're milling them. Sometimes the post office gets a little grumpy if your card is bulky. Oh, they're flying. Stick that on the cake plate. And then add the little candle. And the candle's kind of long, so I kind of just snuck it back behind the cake a little bit. And there you go. There's your card number 1 with the technique of sanding the embossed part. Okay. All right, so card number 2 is this one right here. This little seashell one. And I did the embossing for you on this one as well, but I'm going to show you how I did it so you can do it on other projects. I think if you can see that coloring in the emboss, I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's take our embossing thingy again. This is a Guttle Bug, and where is my ink? There it is. I'm using mint ink. Okay, on your embossing folder, this one is called Under the Sea embossing folder. It is new to this latest catalog that we have out right now. So what you want to do is you want to find the side that is raised. So this is the raised side. And then you're going to take your ink pad, so your mint ink pad, and you're just going to, actually before that, let me prep. Hold on, hold that thought. I'm going to prep my pieces. So you want to have your embossing machine ready so your ink doesn't dry. Okay, now we're ready. So you just take your mint ink pad or whatever color you want to do and just rub it on there, and then kind of quickly grab your piece of cardstock, stick it in there, and run it through your machine. See if I can, I'm going to have to do it this way. All right, run it through there. And what it will do is just leave the ink on the, like the crevice or the inside of the embossing. So can you see that? It left all the ink. So this was the side I used to ink, and then it leaves it on that side. Cool, huh? Thought that was super fun. And then you can just wipe that down with your stamp cleaner after you're done. Okay. So how I put this card together, everything else should be in there. You should have a mint piece of cardstock, and then 2 hearts that I stamped with Smoothie, a circle, a stitch circle in Mink, and then a seashell was stamped in peach, and then your sentiment and your other piece. And all of these pieces were from this set right here. Look how cute that is. And it's called Seize the Day Cardmaking stamp set. It's the workshop. So the Cardmaking workshop, and then it has thin cuts in there. Okay, so take your mint piece of cardstock, and you can choose to do the dark side or the light side, totally up to you. But I want to do the dark just to make it pop a little bit more. Stick that on your card base.